To be honest, if this watch doesn't have the big date, it would be a different story. What's up people, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be chatting about one of the watches features in the Korean drama series Queen of Tears. The Mido or Mido, depending how you pronounce it, Multifort TV Big Date. If you didn't know, Queen of Tears is currently trending on Netflix and is probably one of the best Korean series in 2024. It is rated 8 out of 10 on the Tomato Meters and 4.7 out of the 5-star rating on the audience score on Rotten Tomato. I highly recommend that you check it out, but be warned, it is an ultimate tearjerker. In episode 6, Hyun-Woo, who is played by Kim Soo-Hyun, was seen wearing the Mido Multifort with a stainless steel bracelet and a blue dial whilst waiting for Hae-In, who is played by the gorgeous Kim Ji-Wong. Ji-Wong님, 저는 Descendants of the Suns 때부터 당신인 팬이 운데 꼭 직접 만나보고 싶습니다. 이 글을 보고 싶으시다면 제 영상에도 좋아요를 눌러주시면 감사하겠습니다. Alright. Enough with the creep vibe. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, Kim Soo-Hyun님, 잘하셨어요. The watch is measured at 40mm from left to right and has an 11.5mm thickness. The length is approximately 39.2mm. The rectangular case shape here resembles a TV shape prior to the flat screen era. The case is all satin finish. The bezel on the other hand is predominantly polished finish, save for the top which is satin. The TV shape design bezel has a little bulging at the 12 and 6 o'clock, adding to their aesthetics. The bezel also has a dot at the 12 o'clock which doesn't really serve any purpose. In between the 22mm lug width here is a stainless steel integrated design bracelet that resembles the bracelet on the Piaget Polo or the Patek Philippe Nautilus. Speaking about resemblance, The middle link on the bracelet is polished finish whereas the H-bar design are brush finish. The side of the links however are polished. It also has screw pins for micro adjustments. The clasp used here is a dual pusher folding clasp with the word Mido sandblasted on it. The bracelet has an easy removable mechanism on it. However, what I find puzzling here is that it also has screw holes on the first link on the bracelet. The open case back here features a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating showcasing the caliber 80 automatic movement, which is a modified ETA with up to 80 hours of power reserve. It is decorated with an oscillating weight adorned with Geneva stripes and the Mido logo. It also uses Nivercron balance spring to help with anti-magnetism and shock resistance. Tucked in between the crown guards is a screw-down crown that is pretty sizable. It is polished finish with the Mido logo embossed on it. Underneath the sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating here is a gradient dark blue texture dial with horizontal motif on it. The pattern on the dial reminds me of static lines you see on a TV, also known as white noise. The indexes here are applied lume recessed into the dial. The wordings on the dial are also in white and are applied. The Rolex Datejust hands are polished just like the Rolex Datejust. The chapter ring has additional painted hour markers and the rehold has a minute track painted on it as well. Now, let's talk about the one thing that stands out apart from the TV case shape, that is the big date. The big date is located at the 12 o'clock position. Staying consistent with the recessed design, the date window frame sinks into the dial with two apertures for the big date. The date has white numerals on a black backdrop. You can change the date by pulling the crown at position 1 and rotating it clockwise for instant change of the date. Now because this consists of two date discs, one stacking on top of the other, you will see the date change like this. Wanna see that again? When you put the crown at position 2, this stops the second hand. As you rotate the crown anti-clockwise, the minute hand starts moving clockwise. The date then starts to tilt at 11:25 PM, it gradually turns, and then snap at 11:55 PM. So why then is this watch so popular and what do I think of it? Well, for starters, you've got a Korean superstar Kim Soo-Hyun who is the brand ambassador for this piece and it is seen many times in Queen of Tears. More importantly, it is pretty good looking and has a sporty unique design. It is very easy to wear and comfortable on the wrist. The big date helps with legibility and its price proposition is pretty good. It also comes with a different color dial options and rubber strap options. I like the attention to details such as the dial texture and how it really resembles a retro TV set. The dark gradient dial color which helps to blend in the color difference on the date, the easy removable strap mechanism, the unique bulging on the bezel, and the big date. To be honest, if this watch doesn't have the big date, it would be a different story. I personally think that this is a pretty good watch for its price. But what do you think? Do let us know in the comments below. Until the next one, thank you for watching.